Oh, fudge. I just spent a lot of time filming this one with you guys, and I was just about to upload it, and the audio was messed up. So we're gonna do this again. What we have here. Hello, guys, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. Today we have December 24th. Here in Sweden, that's when we give each other the Christmas gifts and eat our big dinners and watch Donald Duck. Actually, I don't think we have him this year. There was some talk, I don't remember. Never mind. Anyway, the audio was completely messed up the first 14 minutes of the video. So when I record now, since my laptop is dead, I pause a lot. And after one of the pauses, all of a sudden the sound was okay. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what happened to the sound, and I'm praying that the sound is okay now. Anyway, so I wanted to make some of these, but I forgot how I made these. So I asked my ex, because that's who I gave this to a few years ago, if I could borrow it. That's a good thing about it. If you give stuff to someone you know, someone nearby you, you can borrow it and see how did I do this and use it for inspiration. So for this one, it's come on, open up. How hard was that? So this is the closure. It's the lid of the envelope, and if I look through here, it looks like I had glued the strengthening part, just this on the lid here. Well, I want to focus either. Come on, there, look. Hi, focus. So as you can see here, you can see that this part is strengthened separately. But I'm thinking, I'm not sure how we're going to do this, because I looked through it, and the way I strengthened this one is not the way I did on this one. So that's going to be... What is going on? What is going on? I have no idea what's going on with my camera today. Hello! We are recording on a different phone than I normally do when I record, because I have different accounts attached to different phones, if that makes sense. So anyway, for this one, it's made out of 4 envelopes to start with. So we have envelope 1 here, and as you can see, I cut down the sides here. It's just these regular cheap envelopes that I dyed with coffee and tea and tansy and all kinds of stuff. So this is just the regular envelopes it's made with. So I made the opening bigger, as you can see. If you compare here, this opening is a lot bigger on that one, and still it's not big enough, because we have the rippage here. When taking things in and out, you get that type of rippage here, and you have that on another spot too that I talked about in the other video. So now I struggle to remember, what did I say in the previous video, and what have I said so far today in this video. So in the back here we have 2 more envelopes. They're all cut down to size. The opening is cut down, so it will be bigger. It's cut more. It's cut. I don't know. What am I saying? Cut down. It's bigger. The opening is bigger. I used a lot of handmade beads on this one. I still have a few left, but we might need to make some beads while we remake. I'm not going to make exactly the same, but I'm going to make a similar. So for this one, I did a bit differently, and put this on the edge. And I remembered another thing, that while doing this, I glued it on, but I didn't fold it around the edge, and that could be a smart thing to do, actually, to fold it around the edge rather than cutting it along the edge, because cutting along the edge on something that's folded smells disaster. And then we just put a few pages in the center, and then I left the flaps like this. Those are not in there for this one, because we did it differently on this one. So now I'm kind of wondering, am I going to do this way, or I'm going to do this way? Or I'm going to do one like this and then we do that one and this one simultaneously. I think that's a good idea to go. So what we need first is 4 envelopes. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the envelope we need. We need 4 envelopes to start with. Okay, so I'm gonna get the envelopes. Be right back. They were right next to me and I could not see them because I had too much stuff in the way. So let's pick 4 envelopes. I don't think I'm gonna... Actually, you know, I think I want these darker ones. Where are they? Here they are. I think we're going to work with these darker ones. I'm going to put these aside. So you need the same size. So you can see I have a few that are bigger. Those I can make another one of if they are the same size. But you need 4 same size envelopes. The size doesn't matter as long as they are the same size. Okay, so I think I'm going to use... like that one. It's really dark and yeah. Ooh, this one. This one we're definitely gonna use, and oh, this one. And I go ooh because I just really love. Actually, I like the lids are so much cooler than this part. Is not that cool, but the lids. Oh, the lids. This one has cool. Let's call it body and lid. So this also have a cool body, but the lid, oh. So I might use, because you're not really gonna see the lid. So I feel like cool lids, I'm gonna save those maybe. Because I mean, look at that one. So this one I want to use, and I want to use this one, and I want to use this one. Okay, so now we have 4 envelopes. Yes, we have. Okay, and now let's start with the front. So to make it easy on myself, I'm going to move those away too, or I'm gonna get confused. So ooh, I have my almost empty coffee mug here too. I should move. Okay, so to make the opening bigger, because you saw in this ones that in order to pull things out, you need to kind of pull up, and that means it breaks here. First off, I'm going to put lesser pages in these 2 than I have in this one, because this one has quite a lot of pages in the center here, as you can see. And I'm going to put way less pages, which means this part won't be as thick, so this won't be such a big issue. But also, I'm going to make the opening bigger, which I already have done on this one. So if we compare the openings on these 2, so let's put them spine to spine. So that's the fold to fold, like that. So you can see it's quite a big difference with the opening. Let's take this and put in here. It's really big change. Let's put that there so you can see, kind of see the opening better. You see, this is a lot more open than this one. So for this one, I had left 1 inch, so that's 2.5 centimeters from the fold on the lid and the body. So that was 2.5, and this one 2.5 centimeters, which is 1 inch. So for these, I took 3.5 centimeters on the sides and lowered the side. And then on the center here, I took down 2 centimeters. On this one, I had taken down 1 centimeter. So this will be bigger V than this, and so on. I'm going to show you instead of just yapping about it. Oh no, now I took his photos. Actually, these photos are from me. I gave this to him and I put in this there. That's where they're supposed to be. There we go. So I'm going to do this for this one too. And we're going to start with lowering that. Now I'm going to show you a tip. So first I'm going to measure and show you what I mean. I'm going to put them all in one. Let's do one at a time. Easier way. So I'm going to, let's see if I can do this. Like that. There we go. So from this fold here, and downwards, I'm gonna go 3.5 centimeters. You do whatever measurement you choose, or whatever fits your envelope, and kind of figure it out. So I'm gonna mark that, and I'm gonna do the same for this side. 3.5 from the fold, there-ish, and there. And I'm gonna lower this part 2 centimeters to make it easier to put things in and out of the pockets. So you could just do a simple V shape here and just draw a line here and just another line up here. But I went for this, and I kept looking at this part, this little dot here, that's the center dot. And I kind of just made a little curve like that, and then I do a little curve. I'm kind of aiming from the center dot up to here. I mean, you can have something, you can use a plate or something if you want to make a curve. Now another thing, my eyes are itching. I have makeup on. I'm not used to that. So another thing I did for the original one is to leave this part. So I cut down here, but I did cut all the way out here. So I'm going to do that for this one too. So I'm going down here. And there's a reason for this. I'm going to show you in just a little bit. And then I cut this part here. And then we go. Gonna do a slight round there just because it's easier. Cut. And I'm coming up to this, and I'm gonna cut this off here. There. But I'm gonna cut this out all the way to the edge. There we go. This little floppy part here, I'm just gonna glue that down. And it will help to strengthen... Who ate my glue? There. So I'm just gonna glue this part down. If my glue wants to cooperate with me, yes. Thank you. Thank you, little gluey. I should probably stop this video and check the audio. Should probably do that before I get too far. Check that everything is okay. Oh, hang on, I'm just gonna go check the audio. I'll be right back. Okay, so the audio was a bit loud because I'm very close to the phone. But it didn't have that strange sound, so I hope we don't get it. I have no idea where that sound came from. It was horrible. It was like a screeching, I don't know what kind of sound that was. It was horrible. That's when I really miss having my laptop so I could edit. I can't edit on my phone. There we are. So we glued down those little parts here. We snipped that off and we did a little smaller. Now, let me show you a little trick. So we have the part that we cut off that I just dropped on the floor. Okay, that went missing. It went down in under away, far away. So this is the part that we cut off here. Here, yes, we cut this part off here. So now for the other ones, I don't have to measure. I just take this little thing, I put it edge to edge with this part here. I grab a little clamp and I just snap it on there. That's nice. And you can either cut around, oh sorry, stuff around it. You can either cut around it, but I prefer to go in with a pencil and do this. I mean, pencil lines you can always delete afterwards. Delete! This is a deleter! Oh goodness, I'm tired. Oh, I had the big dinner, you know, Christmas dinner, and I'm so full. I was painfully full when I was doing the previous video that I had to delete. That sucks so bad. And I was talking about pets, and I was showing you photos, and well, we do our best. We just re-record. I hope you guys are having an amazing Christmas. I hope you got something that you really loved this year. It doesn't have to be a thing. It could be just a warm hug from someone you really care about. It can be, you know, something really nice happened to you. I just wish everyone gets something to be happy about. But I guess that's partly a choice too. I know a lot of people don't understand me because I want to spend my Christmas alone. I mean, the other days during Christmas, I can be around people, but today, the 24th, I prefer to spend it alone. Today, I was actually running around delivering Christmas presents for a while, but normally, on a normal Christmas 24th for me, I want to spend it alone because I can do things the way I want them. I should explain that. So I've been living with Scrooges, basically. People who, you know, what's the point of that? Why should I do that? And, well, don't do that. And if I said the slightest thing, oh, God, I don't know how I'm going to do everything because I want everything. I want to bake gingerbread cookies. I want to, you know, that's what I want, you know. But there's limited time and there's always something else happening, so you don't get to do what you want, and that's when the frustration comes in. And when you live with a Scrooge who doesn't care about Christmas, you know, that's when you kind of get brought down. That's when you... So now I have marked all the envelopes. So now I just cut this out. And there's a snip here you need to do too. And that's this snip, but you can do those afterwards. Just don't forget them. That snip. From there. It's not marked, but, well, you can leave it, I guess. You don't have to do it, but I just find it easier. This gives this pocket a bit more space. So I cut it all the way out there, and then I cut it off here. And the reason for me keeping these flops is to just strengthen it. That's their function. So this will be the pocket, because we're going to put in another piece of paper here to strengthen it. And it's also a lot easier if you have it open all the way to the edges. So gluing these down is the reason for keeping them. And for cutting that little extra line. So let's see here. And we're cutting down. Are we cutting? Yeah, so I remember after Dad died, everyone was absolutely horrified that I wanted to spend Christmas alone. And I even overheard, because this village echoes. So if I'm outside, we have a big river. It looks like a big lake. And voices carry. So I sometimes overhear people talking that not supposed to hear them. And I heard people were kind of worried that, you know, I didn't want to celebrate Christmas because it was depressed. And I was like, I'm celebrating Christmas. For the first time ever, I could celebrate Christmas the way I wanted to have it. I could watch the films I wanted to watch. I could eat the food I wanted to eat. No complaints. I didn't have to cook anything else other than the food I wanted. I chose everything. You know, everything from, did I want to dress up? Did I want to wear like cozy clothes? Did I want to... It was wonderful. And I haven't come back since. I'm not celebrating the 24th with anyone. And my 24th is what, you know, the big dinner and stuff like that. That's on the 24th here in Sweden. I know other countries also have the 24th, but I know America and others have 25th. Hang on, am I missing any? Oh, I was fast. I've done all 4 already. Okay. So I'm gonna glue down all these little floopy floopies. If I can find my glue. Everything is always disappearing on my desk. What's this? Under the star. Yes, we are. We are under the star. There we go. Okay. So, yes, I have constant crafter launches, so I need to deal with that. But we're leaving that till after New Year. This is probably going to be a series because I will not be able to do everything in one. If I didn't talk and explain everything, that one's glued down, that one's glued down. Good, let's move on. This one, we're going to get glued down. Let's glue it down. There. Boop, boop, boop. Just checking so I still have that. And let's glue it down. And that is simply to strengthen it. That's all reason. You can cut them off if you want to. Oh, I forgot to cut the... I had the scissor. Hello? What? There. Oh, goodness. I swear I have a little gnome running away with my stuff. All the time. Just constantly the little mischievous gnome. That's just, hello, I'm gonna run away. Maybe it's a little tiny troll or goblin or something. What was that in Spiderwick? Have you seen Spiderwick? There was a little, what was that called? That ate the honey. I don't remember. It's called something. I haven't watched Spiderwick in quite some time. I should have watched that. I think I still have it on DVD actually. I like that because even if you want to watch streaming services, sometimes there are like series and films that you want to watch, and all of a sudden you have to pay for them that used to be included in the service that you were paying for, and all of a sudden it's I'm just gonna fix this. This is gonna bother me. There, that's that. And if you want to, you can go in now and erase stuff and so on. But we're not gonna do that now. We are going to grab some papers to strengthen these. Here I have my papers, and now you can see the complete chaos around me. So now you might understand why the scissor goes missing a second it walks out the frame. Second my scissor walk off the screen, that's why it disappears. Welcome to my chaos. So this is my dyed papers, and we're going to grab... what are we going to do for these? For this one, I just folded the paper in half and it fit pretty well, but it left a little bit at the side here. For the other one, for the original one, I did cut them to size of the envelope. I think I'm just going to fold the papers again. So I need, what, 2 for that. And then 2 for the center. So I need 4 papers. Let's grab these 2, I think. Are these 2? Yes, these are 2. I'm going to use that for the center papers. And we need 2 more for strengthening these guys. So I'm taking this one and I'm taking that one for that. Okay. So we are doing that, and let me just try and figure this one out because I am not sure how I did it. So I know how I did it for this one because I just made this, but that was not the way I did it in this one. Because as you can see in this one, hang on, where's the envelope? There it is. You can't really see the lid from the previous. It's missing in there. So I have the lid. I must have done, let's choose the front one first. Actually, I think I'm going to have that as the front. That's gonna be the front, and the back one, I actually really like this one, but I think I'm gonna use that for the back one. So they are gonna be like that. So I think I have glued that down to this first. I must have done that. Yeah. And this one got a separate strengthening. Yeah, that's how I did on the original one. Okay, so I'm gonna clamp. I now have made sure that I am edge to edge here, so I'm gonna clamp it. I'm gonna clamp it there. Ah, come on. Whoop. And I'm gonna clamp this side too. There we go. And now I know this is gonna be the front, and this is gonna be our little floopy. That's gonna be this. Okay. So I'm gonna zoom you back in. You don't need to. I'm sitting very far from the desk. Why am I this far from the desk? I'm gonna zoom you in, and I'm gonna move closer myself. Come on. There we are. And let's hoppity closer. The problem is I have the phone right in my forehead right now. So the moment I lean forward, I slap my head on the phone. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this down here. Just removing some glue globs. And let's do that. Glue, big, glue, big, glue, big, glue. Glue, big, glue, big, glue, big. Oops, missed. And I'm gonna glue here. Do you have a glue song? It's like, I feel like it's a bit if you read Discworld, the dwarfs there are singing about gold all the time in Discworld. Have you read Terry Pratchett? Actually, they have not a cartoon, what am I, animated series with the Discworld character now too. Anyway, the dwarfs constantly sing about gold. Did I do this right? I could have done this wrong. I may have done this wrong. No, I didn't, because this is gonna be glued down that way. So we're gonna remove these clamps. So that's already stuck there. So now it's time to add this to the mix, and it's gonna be there. So I'm gonna I'm gonna clamp this in order, constantly pressing towards the fold there. Now I'm gonna glue this part. Let's glue this part down. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. And even more glue. Yeah, anyway, so the dwarfs in Discworld always saying gold, 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 gold. Like, that's the only word in their song. So they just sing gold and different words for gold. And I feel like I'm doing that with glue. It's like glue, 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 glue. Yeah. And now I dropped my glue bottle on the floor. Anyone surprised? Nope. There we go. And we have that, and it folds. And that's very nice. Let's remove those clamps. And we're gonna add the final envelope. Let me just make sure everything's down. So this is our center, and we are gonna put in the final. So this one is going that way, so this one is going this way. So again, we're pushing it to making sure the sides are straight, and we're pushing down on the spine. So we're doing that, and wait, my clamp. Where did my clamp go? What is going on? Where did my clamp go? There it is. There it is. I bet you were looking at it and just screaming at me. Just, it's right there. It's right there. There. Oh, I got the stuff stuck to me. There we go. And now we're gonna glue this part down. Oh, glue bottle on the floor. On the floor. Ooh, hopping back and forth. Hopping back and forth. Jumping around with my chair. Da, 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 da. I'm actually in a pretty good mood today. It's Christmas. I have 2 gifts to open, but I'm going to do that later. I'm going to have some nice snacks this evening and watch a movie. I have a whole bunch lined up that I'm going to watch. There we go. We're going to glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. We're going to glue over these too, so... Can you tell everything is a bit off? I must have made some measurements wrong here, because it's like the center is slightly skewed. But since the center is slightly lopsided, skewed, on each one, they're all the same. So who cares? And we're going to have papers in between, so you're not going to see 2 pockets at the same time like you do now. Now we need to oh, I should have done that. Oh, I'm doing dumb things. Yes. Ah, who cares? Let's do this now before I change my mind again and get annoyed with myself and my dumb ideas. Because I don't remember how I did the original one, so I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm making them slightly different ways. Now you didn't get to see how I did this one, but we're going to change it. Anyway, let's see. So this paper, I don't need it to go all the way down on both sides. So this is like an okay stretch for this. It doesn't need to go all the way down at all. But I think that kind of thing needed. Also don't need it to go fully to the sides, so I'm gonna leave a little bit there, and I'm gonna go up to here-ish. Let's try and fold straight. Now these are dyed paper, so the edges might not be 100% straight. Make it slightly smaller there. And let's see. So I like that size. So I'm gonna cut this. There. My scissor escaped again. I'm gonna cut it this way so you don't get the fold. Because if you cut the fold this way, you get kind of folded edge on your paper. And the way to get around that is to cut off the fold itself. Then you don't get that little kind of folded flippy. So I think it was the bigger one we were going to use. Yes, it is. So I'm going to glue down each side separately, because it's going to be very tricky otherwise. Come on. Come on. In there. There you go. Very good. So I'm going to... So what we're going to do... just going to show you first, and then we're going to remove it. We're going to glue it in like that to give it a bit of strengthening stuff up a bit. Yes, that's why I'm swearing, because I forgot to do it. I keep messing up. But I don't need to. So let me there, and I don't need to go all the way down, and I don't need to go. So that's about where we want it. So I'm going to clamp this in place. I want it, and now I'm checking so it's straight this way and that it goes far down enough. So I'm going to clamp it down here to just kind of keep it in on that side. We don't need that soon. And I'm going to put, you don't need glue all the way in, you just need glue so it doesn't come out. So I'm just putting a bit of glue here and here and here and here and here and here. Just, come on, a bit more glue. And the edge here. And the edge here. And I'm gonna make a bit more glue there. Now I'm gonna put glue here too. there. We can put a bit more glue here. And now I'm gonna lift this up like that and let it slide down in here. Yes, I got glue on my fingers. That's unusual. It never happens. I never get glue on me. No, I'm just constantly covered in glue. So that's what we got. There. Now I need to strengthen this. Now the problem is I was too quick to glue in the next one. So now I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do this. But we are gonna do... This is a bit too thin. We're gonna grab another piece of paper. I'm gonna fold it in half. Like so. Like so. Because that is, I know that is a good size to strengthen with. So I am just gonna do... No, that's not what we're gonna do. I just told it that, but we're not gonna cut this way. We're gonna cut off this way. And still I go in sideways. It's just, some days I'm just hopeless. So I have two. So I need this, and this is gonna go down. Come on. Here. We're gonna go down here. And it doesn't have to go all the way down. So I'm just gonna go, if I fold it there-ish, like that maybe. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna kind of follow the edge here, hoping that stuff is straight. Yes, it is. And I'm gonna cut it off. Yum, 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 yum. Now, oops. It has a slight fold. It has a slight curve, so I'm gonna put that part down. It makes it easier. So I'm gonna do, check where, yeah, it's gonna end up nice. So what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna just lift it up, and I'm gonna glue along these lines, and it's gonna stay there. If the glue wants to stay with me. Glue, 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 glue. I don't think I did that on the previous one. I think I went across and before I glued in the next one. I need to double check because I'm not sure how I did the first one. I'm still trying to figure it out. I just saw on my phone some pictures of the one I gave away. And I just, oh, I'm going to make those again. Because I was making a ton of those for Christmas that year. Just different themes in them and different things inside them. And I was making a ton of them. And I don't remember how I did it. There we go. So we have strengthened that one. I like that. And let's put the remaining half on this side. There we go. And I'm gonna pull it up from the bottom slightly. There. And now I'm kind of marking where I want the fold to be. And I'm gonna fold at the fold. I'm gonna fold at the mark. Fold at the fold. Oh goodness, English words, so hard, so hard. Oh goodness, let's cut this off. There we go. And this bigger one is gonna go in here. There we go. And we're gonna flip it up because it's a lot harder to put it in once you have glue on it. That's why I put it in pre-hand. Okay. I need to refill my glue bottles. That's a job for tomorrow. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. Let's put a little bit glue here too, and a little glue, and a little glue, and even more glue, and just little glue and so on. And let's see if we can get it right up to the edge here. Here! I don't know why I say it like that. I went a bit too far up and now it's glued down. Well, that's what we got. That's what we're dealing with. Went a bit too far. Could cut that off if I wasn't so. Well, it's glued down. Let's deal with it. It's there. We're living it with it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we strengthen it a bit. Now we're gonna sew in some pages. Let's grab the 2 pages that we had here. Now I already checked, and folding it, move this way and then that way is perfect size for the papers. I need to figure out how I did the strengthening part of those. I can't figure out what I did. But hey, as long as it works, right? So I'm gonna do that, and now I'm gonna do, let's see, there we go, there we go. So I'm making sure this is straight, and I have that, and I'm gonna cut off this part. Cuttily, 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 cut. Cuttily, 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 cut. We have a new song, Cuttily Cut song. So now we have 2 of these papers to sew in. Now we're gonna grab 2 more. So I cut it like, because this will be, I already checked, these are perfect size too. Come on, open up. Sew in here, like that. There we go. Why is it struggling with the, I was about to say shadow, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Hang on. Trying to move. I got too much stuff on my desk. I got too much stuff on my desk. Now I got Alphonse in my head. The children's story, children's TV cartoon show thing, Alphonse Åberg. It was a book actually, but we were watching the TV show when I was little, and it had that melody. I need to do that for that. It doesn't want to do what I want. And I'm pinning it down so it doesn't slide around on me, because now I have 4, it's 4 layers of paper here. So I'm opening it, I'm putting these in, and I'm opening it, and I'm putting it in here. I'm gonna actually do that so they are the same. And I'm pushing again, pushing towards the spine, I guess. So that's gonna be the front. So I'm gonna decide where, how, if I want them like further down, or if I want them here, or, you know, where I want them. And I want them there. And again, pushing towards the spine. And at the side, where I'm pushing towards the side, is where I clamp. I know it looks a bit awkward doing it, but that's where I put. Because on this side, it's going to be hanging in the loose. It's going to be, you can't really see, but it's a lot looser on this side. Until I put my hand there. That's when you're going to tighten that up. That's when you clamp. You clamp it. You clamp this. Yes, yes, let's clamp it. Let's clamp it together. Now I'm gonna grab my pokey tool. And I'm gonna make a 3-hole one. So let's do that. Because all my papers are the same size. The cover is bigger than the paper, so I don't have to worry. We only have 1 signature, just a few papers. So I'm doing all at once. And I'm gonna leave a bit more down here. And then, since this is gonna be the front, that's gonna be the top. And I actually want to go slightly closer to the top, because that's where I want the knot. So I for this one, I want the knot up here on the outside, because the closure is going to be here, so that will be in the way of this one, and I don't want the hangly down is down here for this one, so I'm going to go in up there and start there. So since I want to have beads and stuff, I'm going to take a bit extra. So for this one, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 and a little bit. That's way too much string, but that's what we're going to use. And I have my threader. Where is my needle? I just had it. Come on, where did my gnome go with the needle? Gnomey, show me the needle. Where's the needle? Where's the needle? Come on. Wouldn't it be fun if we saw a gnome just running across here? Just all of a sudden throwing the needle at me. There it is. Oh, where did it go? Pushed it away. There, come on. There. Needle. Thread. Threader. Thingy. Yes, I'm fumbly today. It's not just my new claws, it's so these are claws. They're not nails, they are claws. Because it's Christmas, so they are Santa Claus. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I see myself out, shall I? Yes, I see myself out. I wonder how many turn off the video right now. That's fun. Okay. You're probably all gone by now because I'm chatting too much. So I'm holding on to the end here. And I'm going to leave a long one because I want to bead this thing. So I'm starting at the top on the outside because that's where I want the knot. So where you want the knot is where you start, because that's where you're going to end. So I'm from the center. So there. And now you're on the inside. So you see you already have string there. So you don't need to go there. You go through there, because then you cover this part with string. And it holds the pages back. So there we are. And this is obviously where you do. I did. I want to move wrong way, this way. Because I want this longer. There we go. This is so much easier when you have 3-hole stitch. So I'm moving the needle. I don't need that one. And I want the knots up here. I'm going to remove the clamps because they are in the way. So I'm just checking that it's tight enough, and yes it is. Come on, go through here. There we go. And I'm gonna tie the knot up here at the top where I want it to hang the dangles from. Come on. What am I doing? Come on, go through there. Why is it? No, there we go. I am fumbly. I am a very fumbly person. I actually have easier time with the nails with a lot of tasks, but just I'm fumbly. So there we have it, and we have long strings that we can have a lot of fun thing. Now I didn't for this one and for this one. I did not put beads on the spine. That's what I did for this one. So for this one, I put beads on the spine. For this one, I have the knot in the center, and I cut them off. Or if he did, I don't know. So that's where we are at today. We're going to continue with this another day. Maybe, no, not tomorrow. I think we're going to have a flip through tomorrow. I think. Not the flip through I had planned for tomorrow, because that flip through is on the laptop that died. So I don't know if I ever will be able to get that stuff. Oh, it's painful. Shall we have a little peek at this one? I don't think we did that in this video. It was probably the video where the sound went wonky. So here we have the first flap. That's strengthened. We made a hole that's strengthened, and I put some handmade beads here and some other beads and little charms at the end. I really like this. It's coffee dyed envelopes. And these little things is home remedies for different things. So here it says burn juniper branches. It's often used when you smoke meat and fish. And apart from that, it's also used in magic, but even older days, it was also used as a disinfectant. In the room where there was someone sick or dead, they used to burn juniper rice. No, not rice, what am I saying? It's because the word in Swedish is ris. It's the same as rice. Branches. And it also have a bacteria killing gas kind of thing. Yeah, so this says cumin. How true this is, I don't know, and I'm leaving a disclaimer for that. I don't know how true this is. This is from a book about old times folklore beliefs and kind of household remedies, and we all know most household remedies are not true, but I thought this was kind of fun little cute thingies in there. And I also tell the people that I give these to that don't believe everything. You can try them out if you want to. I know some of these are true because I tested them, but and chewing on some cumin after every meal helps with digestion. And shall I have a look at the photos that I gave him? So this is not mine. I gave this away as a gift many years ago. So this is my old dog, and that's his dog. And when my dog died, I was supposed to take over this because he was often with me. But there was a lot going on. So he became paralyzed. He injured his back and became paralyzed in his back legs. Pretty much half the dog was paralyzed. So we had to help him poop. We had to help him with pee. We had to help him with all that fun stuff. He was leaking. And then we had to teach him to walk again. It was later. This photo is taken way earlier. And as we were battling with that, she had a stroke. My girl had a stroke and became blind and very disoriented. And I had to put it down because her stress levels were through the roof. My poor baby. I miss her. Anyway, I had her for 19 and a half. No, I didn't have her for that, but she became 19 and a half. Because when I got her, she's a rescue. The vet said she's somewhere between 5 and 7. They told me when I got her. And that meant she was 19 and a half. If she was 6 when I got her, she was 19 and a half when she died. So she was old. And she had started to have problems with her hip, and in combination with that, she lost her sight and everything. So I had to put it down. Anyway, she had a long, happy life with me once she got to me. So he became paralyzed. Then I lost her, and I was supposed to take him over because I was doing a lot of the rehab, and when he was working, so I was going to take over him. And then he started to develop big lumps very quickly, very fast growing, and turned out he had skeletal cancer, and we lost him. So that was really sad. And then we lost, the year after that, I lost one of my cats. So I only have one cat left. So from having a household that often contained 2 dogs, before I used to have 2 dogs myself, but one turned 17 and a half, and then he was like, his joints and everything was hurting too much. So it was time to say goodbye. And then this guy came into the picture. So he joined the sun. Those are not related. She is a mix of something. She's a rescue. Was a rescue. She's gone. And he's is it called purebred? Like, what's it called? Purebred, I don't know. I'm thinking of horses. No, horses are thoroughbred, right? Yeah. Well, he was Hällaforsare, and he had skeletal cancer. So, and it went really fast. So I lost her in the autumn 1 year, and we lost him in the spring the year after, and the year after that I lost my cat. And he became paralyzed too. He's injured his back. We don't know how. But yeah. So that's my girl, and that's him. Miss my girl. I had dogs for 40 years. before I lost mine. So she was my last one. And I had had dogs then for exactly 40 years when I lost her. So I lost my dad 2015. I lost my other dog, my 17-and-a-half-year-old dog, 2016. I lost her 2022. That can't be right. When did I lose her? It must have been 2022 and him 2023. But then I lost him and the cat the same year. I don't know. Now the years don't make sense to me. Felt like I lost everyone, just like one by one by one. It was pretty tough. Pretty tough. What I miss most about dogs is the walks. Because having dogs for 40 years, doing 3 walks a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, 3 times a day, every day, in and out, no matter what the weather was, for 40 years, and then all of a sudden stopping. Yes, you can go on walks anyway. Yes, I know, but I don't, because there's other things to do. You know, dogs are really good for your mental health and for your health. I don't get people who don't walk their dogs. I'm sorry. I know some will be offended by that, but I just don't get it. Because to me, that's so strange. That is so strange to me. He was a beautiful dog. He was a bit special. Our little doggy was a bit special. They all are, aren't they? They all have their little quirks and their little personalities, just like humans. So, yeah, I miss them. Oh, look at that. There's a moose up there. You see that? Moose up there. And he was listening. That's why he's standing there. And then people came walking on the road that we're on here. So that's what he's looking at, the people. But the reason he's standing up in the snow here is because there's a moose right there. Are we playing? Have our little dog tie. Pulley, pulley, pulley. My girl. My girl. My girl. You can see how old she is. I mean, she's even gray on her head. So this was her last spring. My little arrow. And this is when he was starting to walk again. You see he's wearing a harness because a lot of time he needed that little extra support. So we basically like have the leash on the back here so we could support him a little bit sometimes when he got a bit wobbly. So when he's wearing a harness, that's after he was paralyzed and we were rehabbing him. That's when he's wearing a harness. But he got really well. And then, of course, all of a sudden he started to develop those lumps that turned out to be cancer. And they said that this cancer is so aggressive, there's no point. There's nothing we can do. Give him a happy life till he's in pain, you know. And that's what we did. My girl and Arrow. Miss my girl. So I did this for my ex, so he could have one after he lost him. So this is my ex's book. So I printed out all these photos and cut them to size, and you can see some corners are a bit. It was before I had the corner punch. That's my girl. That's him. Now my girl, she was really black. She had a lot more black on her face than he has here. When I got her, she was like, this was a lot blacker. All this is just age. All of that is just age. And here we have another one. So, see Bella Bounce. Oh, I wonder if I had some treats. I think I might have had some treats going. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, floof. Just got some glue on there. Oh, here's my cat. That's my cat. Wondering, why are you going into the water? Are you dumb? Are you daft? Where you go? And he just goes in and lay down. That's what his favorite. Just go out in the water and lay down. So this is early spring where it's flooded. Usually the water level is down here. But during spring it goes up here when the ice is melting. And that's my little cat. That's my little dog. That's his dog. And I mean, I have pictures somewhere where my cat walks in the water and he was so unhappy, but he didn't want to leave us because me and the dogs were out in the water and he wanted to join us. And he was meow all the way out. It was so funny. But he had to go out in the water. He had to come to us. I didn't call him, nothing like that. He just decided, I want to be out where they are. And he walked out on his own. And he was so miserable. I don't know why he did it. He hasn't done it since, but, you know, it was fun. I'm glad I have pictures of it somewhere. That was his favorite spot under my black currant when he was here. So he dug a hole. He didn't like heat at all with that fur. So he dug a big hole, and just because the ground is cool. So that was one of his favorite spots. I still have a few divots in the ground on different places where he loved to dig. I put this in the wrong way. That way. There we go. A little notebook in there. Some little budgeting page. Little poem. And here we have, here's my cat and his dog. Yes. Cozy, cozy. No. Oh. Oh, that's his dog. That's my dog. That's my two cats. And that's the cat I lost. The black one here. Oh, I miss him so much. He was a wild cat. He was caught in a trap by what's it called? Cat organization, you know, that rescue cats. So he was a wild cat caught in a trap, and they only sold him with him. So he was the one that I wanted to buy, because he looked just like the cat that I had just lost. But this cat looked like one of my first cats. So I thought, well, fine, let's buy them. He was just unwanted and left with the cat shelter, cat home, cat, you know. This guy was wildcat, and you couldn't handle him. So the first thing he did was send me to the hospital because he bit me really badly. And that's our first meeting, but he became the best friend ever. So here we are. We're sleeping on the kitchen floor here. He still had trouble walking, so we were downstairs in the kitchen. So I took my bed downstairs to the kitchen and everything, so he could kind of hang out. This is our bunch. And during night, I'm supposed to fit in here somewhere. That's my pillow, and just, yep, that's it. I miss dogs. Can't afford to own one, though. I mean, you can always get dogs, but to own them is a whole different story. You have the vet bills. Sometimes you need special diet. This is during a rehab walk. So we're having harness, and we have a sling and stuff from the back that holds up the back. So this is one of his rehab walks. The hospital when he couldn't walk, so the back leg didn't work, and he had some struggles with his front legs too. He could pull himself forward with his front legs, but they were kind of not quite 100% working. But hey, we got him back. There you can see he's medicated. He can't really walk, and he's a bit stressed. Poor baby. But he pulled through, and then he got cancer. Yeah, that's awesome. And we're not really sure what happened to his back either. We never really got an explanation to that. We just heard him screaming, and then he just couldn't walk. But he went back. And this is where the reason he's wearing a t-shirt is because he had gotten the cancer lump at this point, and we had taken a biopsy from them, so he had some wounds. So to cover them up, we used t-shirts. because when we were out for walks, this cone, he just got stuck in everything. So it was easier to use t-shirts to cover the wounds when we were out walking. Also, when he was using the cone, it was quite big, the wounds. So when we passed like branches and stuff, they would take off the bandages and stuff because he loves brushing up against them. So using a t-shirt to cover them worked perfect. You can still see the lump, the cancer lump there. It was huge. And they grew so fast. This is something we should do. We should make these stuff too. We should make little stuff like this. I have so many journals now that needs to be making, and I keep making new journals instead of decorating them. But as you can see for these one, they are covered, and this one goes through to the other side. So I must have put them. This seemed to be the same paper that goes across. But then I don't quite understand how I did all this. Maybe I did 2 sets and just put them together. I'm not sure how I did that. But as you can see, it's quite thick. We're going to make these two. These two have a lot less pages. There's not a lot more. I mean, now I'm squeezing them together, so it's not. But you can see there's a lot less pages. So they won't be as chunky as this, which means these will be easier to handle. But anyway, next video, we're gonna punch the hole here. We're gonna strengthen that. We're gonna do some type of closure. We're gonna decide where we're gonna put belly bands. I'm also thinking I'm gonna, for this one, I might do a little strengthening thing and fold over the edge. Like over here, and strengthen them, and strengthen this too. But I think we're going to do that with fabric, maybe. Or we're going to use washi tape. Maybe we should just use our washi tape because we have a lot of that. I'm going to stop talking now. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this was kind of fun anyway. And I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. I hope you guys get the warmest hugs if that's what you want. I hope you get... Because I know a lot of people don't like hugs. I do. I haven't always liked... I used to hate hugs. I did not like hugs. I could hug like boyfriends and that type of close people. But I used to hate them. It was so uncomfortable, and I just dreaded them. Because there were people that I knew they want to hug. And I just... No... Back then it wasn't us understanding when you didn't like hugs, when you kind of want to walk away from hugs. It was, you were strange. So yeah, anyway, we are gonna keep going with these two in another video. I think you're gonna see a flip through tomorrow, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I love when you tell me stuff about yourself in the comments, when you answer questions, because I really love knowing who you guys are. That's why I'm asking so many questions, because it gives me a little insight on who you are, and I love that. Get a little peek into your life, and I love that. So thank you for those of you who leave questions. Thank you for those of you who contact me on Instagram. Strangely enough, get a lot of, instead of writing under the video, you contact me on Instagram. I love that too. But personally, I find it easier to just comment under a video, but we're all different, and I love you, you know, whatever way you choose to do this. It's amazing, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm gonna shut up now and let you go. I love you guys. Bye.